Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's One Piece Treasure Cruise video, I will be showcasing 3 different teams to beat the new quest Duel at Banaro Island. We are going to go against Blackbeard and all of my teams will be using the new versus Whitebeard as friend captain to get more points of course. But I won't be using anyone from the new batch in any of the teams other than of course the friend captain spot. Without further ado, let's begin the duel at Banaro Island. The first team will be using only boosters, so everyone here will help you get points. And as our captain, we are using 6+ Komurasaki, the new super evolved unit, versus Whitebeard as friend captain of course, and then Kizuna Sabo Ace, limited rare recruit Shirahoshi from the Super Sugofest, the new free-to-play Blackbeard, and treasure map Koala. Everyone on the team can use a stat boosting support, and the ship can be pretty much whatever you want, but I'm using the anniversary ship to get more EXP at the end of the quest and to also get the specials faster. As you can see, my specials are already max, but I am still stalling, and the reason for that is mainly to gather slots for Whitebeard's versus ability. So you want Sai and Int slots, and by swapping Sabo Ace you can get 2 guaranteed Int slots if you have the same unit placements. Now have in mind that you should only swap Sabo and Ace 2 times in the first 2 stages, so you don't need to stall extra to get their super swap again. A tip I can give you for their swap is that you are allowed to swap them once per stage, and that way you won't miss the super swap. In stage number 3, against Burgess, you should be able to use Whitebeard's versus ability, but first swap Sabo and Ace for the 3rd time, and then activate the versus ability. Now you are guaranteed to have Int slots, so attack and break the barrier first, and then of course continue the chain with your Dex units, ending it on your Int units to do the maximum amount of damage you can. Your Dex units are not fully boosted by both captains, so always start the chain with them if possible. The most important part of the run will be in stage 4 against Van Ogre. You want to take him out in 3 turns. In turn 1, activate Blackbeard, remove the defensive effects, do an HP cut and pass the turn. Then after he attacks you, in turn 2, he will gain resilience, but that doesn't matter, we can deal with it. And then you want to activate Treasure Map Koala. Treasure Map Koala activating now will prevent you from getting attacked down in the final stage. And then in turn 3 you are ready to move on. Swap Sabo Ace, then activate Shirahoshi to remove resilience. And also activate Whitebeard to do more damage and have an easy time against Van Ogre. Then attack, ending on your Int units and very easily beat him. For the final stage now, things will be very simple and you need to have Ace and Sabo in the left column so they do not get binded and they can also free you from set bind. Blackbeard will give you block slots, bind, despair and would have given you attack down if you did not have Koala's special. Now, after the preemptive activates and your sockets take action, you are ready to super swap Sabo Ace and then activate their special to deal with every single debuff on the stage. Then activate Komurasaki to get an attack boost and make sure you start the chain with the Dex units, ending it on versus Whitebeard and very easily deal with this quest and gain the points. The next team is a bit trickier to use, but in my opinion is also very fun. Here we have one spot in the team that does not contain a booster, and I am talking about our captain, Halloween Shanks. Everyone else is boosted and will give you points. Another thing that is very important for the team is to use Don Krieg's ship, that will help you with resilience in stage 4. You also need to use the 2 supports listed on the screen. Of course I am talking about Rare Recruit Lafitte on Blackbeard and V16 Rayleigh on Luffy. Now this Luffy is the free-to-play one we got in the Super Sugo Fest debut, and he needs to be in the left column so he can free you from bind in the final stage. Other than the already mentioned units, I am also using Treasure Map Koala again to prevent attack down, 6+ Komurasaki as a sub, and of course a friend captain versus Whitebeard. That free-to-play Luffy has been an extremely good unit in the latest quests, and in my opinion could be the MVP of this team as well, because not only can he give you an ore boost in the final stage, he can be attached with rally support and also remove some bind and despair himself, and finally he allows Shanks to get his super type ability. Now in the first two stages, whenever you are done with your special stalling, you can just proceed. You don't even need to farm slots for versus Whitebeard. Now time for Jesus Burgess in stage number 3. Since we are going to activate Komurasaki here, you don't really need to farm for an int slot. Komurasaki's special will most likely give you an int slot. So after the special activates, use one of the int slots, break the barrier, end the chain with your int units, and very easily beat Burgess because the attack boost and the ore boost will give you a lot of damage, more than you need to beat him. For stage number 4, the strategy is exactly the same as with the previous team. In turn 1, you want to activate Blackbeard to remove the defensive effects and do an HP cut, and then you want to pass the turn. If you can farm for int slots, or preserve them if you have them, make sure you do that so you take out the enemy easier. Turn 2, activate Koala to prevent attack down in the final stage and pass the turn once again, and after that in turn 3 you are ready to move on. First, you want to activate versus Whitebeard special though to have more damage and easily take out the enemy. The ship will finish him off for you because he has resilience, and this ship may not give you an attack boost, but it does end of turn damage, which is very helpful here. In the final stage against Blackbeard, Luffy needs to be in the left column and the same debuffs will apply. Of course, after the preemptive is complete, you want to activate Luffy first, and your supports will also help, but that special will completely free you from bind and also despair if there is any remaining. Activating Luffy will also give a universal ore boost for your team, and then you want to activate Shanks' special and also super type ability. His special will give a color affinity boost to him and Komurasaki, so make sure they are the last two attacking, and of course his super type will give you matching slots. If you want, you can also activate Whitebeard's versus ability, but it's not really necessary. The final team of the video will be the fastest one to clear by far, but unfortunately will have the lowest points gained, and that is because we are using two non-boosted units in Rare Recruit Jack and of course Legend Kaido. With this team, you need to use the anniversary ship to get your specials as soon as possible, and you also need Rare Recruit Lafitte support on your free-to-play Blackbeard. Another very important thing is to tap your units in the first two stages, so you can get an int slot to break the barrier in stage 3. Also, Jack needs to be in the left column, so he can free your units from bind in the final stage. After you reach stage 3, you should have your int slot by now, and it's not really hard to get because of Whitebeard's captain ability. And then you want to use versus Whitebeard's special, and also break the barrier and the chain on the best unit possible depending on slots and of course type advantage, and beat Burgess. It should be relatively easy, especially with Whitebeard's special. In stage 4 now, we cannot stall and take the enemy out in 3 turns, so we are going to do it immediately. Activate Blackbeard here to do an HP cut and get rid of the defensive effects, but also guarantee him a matching slot. Then attack, ending on that Blackbeard with a matching slot, and Kaido's end of turn damage should do the job and get rid of the miniboss. For the final stage now, as I said, Jack, if in the left column, can remove the bind. But what about despair? You need sockets, and Rare Recruit Lafitte will take care of the remaining despair to completely free your captains. This Blackbeard boss has an interrupt on HP cut, so make sure you activate your Kaido last. The first special you want to activate is Jack's after support Lafitte, so the attack down is completely gone, same with the bind, and you also get an ore boost. Then you want to activate Limited Rare Recruit Reiju to get a full board of matching slots, and then comes Bartolomeo for a chain boost. After your specials are complete, then you can activate Kaido to get an HP cut, but then Blackbeard will activate an interrupt and he will reverse your int units specials. You don't care though, just attack, ending on versus Whitebeard of course and the other int units, and you will be able to beat the boss. And these are my teams for the Banaro Island quest. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments below and I will try to help. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and it helped you out even a little bit, and of course subscribe to the channel for more One Piece Treasure Cruise content. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.